Good morning. I just want to say first things before I start in on my little chit chat for this morning, how amazing a haircut can feel. I just want to thank my haircutting gal, Tiffany. Shout out to you, honey. Did everybody get outside yet? Have you been outside? Have you checked how beautiful the blue sky is where you are? Hope so. Hope that this is also a reminder then just to go outside in a minute as soon as I'm done chit-chatting. Okay, I am hopping on here today for a little chit-chat. So I am Luca, I'm your holistic nutrition practitioner. I have some offerings coming up. Max doesn't think too highly of it. My dog, he's barking in the background, making the rounds, making sure the mailman doesn't kill us. So I had the brilliant chance and good fortune to hang out with some lovely souls last night over a class I call Vitality Sleep. And it's the first class I have hosted in the Vitality series live in just about a year. The dog thinks the geese are going to come kill us now. Can you hear the geese? Oh, it's like perfect V formation. Check it. Flying in a V formation, here come the geese. Not the geeks, the geese. Okay, anyway. So last night I had the brilliant chance to chat with some lovely souls on a class I called the Vitality Sleep class. And it's the first time I've had the chance to offer one of these Vitality sessions live, in person, online, because it's 2020, in a year. And it felt so good, and I remembered why I love to do what I do. I love working... Oh, God, Max. I love working with everyone one-on-one. I'm so sorry my dog is barking like a madman. Anyway, I love working with clients one-on-one, but there is something that is so brilliant in gathering a group together and chatting about a specific topic. And last night, it was just some wonderful conversations and questions that came up, and a gathering of like-minded people who wanted to know what are those things to put in place to support good sleep. And I love that class specifically because it really very clearly addresses it's a topic that when you see the title Vitality Sleep, you go, oh, I struggle with sleep. I would like vitality in my sleep. Check mark, sign me up. And then I was talking about, in the class last night, we tied in different things like the circadian rhythm and your body's internal clock, that 24-hour clock that understands where your body is on the 24-hour timeline. It is a necessity for us as humans to understand where we are on that 24-hour clock. That 24-hour internal clock is triggered by light, like the sunlight this morning. And that light hits your eyeballs and then gets things started in the brain to process hormones for the way the day is going to go. Because you have a certain rhythm to your hormones that need to happen in a certain cascading order for the day to work as it should. And it's how our ancestors did it for millions of years. Fast forward to 2020 when we are inside. We are no longer interacting with our outside world. And it got me thinking, oh my gosh, Max, I'm so sorry my dog is barking. You know, he's opinionated. So it got me thinking on a few things. There is something about a current disconnect. When things feel disconnected, this is where anxiety can rise. This is where worries can rise. This is where the fear that we feel can rise. And this rise in fear or anxiety or worries or stress, this starts to ramp up when we're disconnected. The problem lies in disconnection. The solution lies in how our body is letting us know. The solution will be figured out when you can decipher what kind of signals your body is sending. For example, if you have a lot of worries where it feels like the world is very keenly kind of close and telling you, you should, you did, shame on you, tisk tisk, like those types of things. Welcome to 2020 and the cancel culture, as they call it, right? Morning. Then this feeling is an indicator to let you know, hey-oh, you're disconnected. This feeling of fear that is being driven like a goddamn wedge between people, separating people, all of these things. I don't care where you sit on the side of whether the current pandemic is real or not, whatever. Would you agree that there, and really, I truly, actually, you will believe what you need to, and I'll believe what I need to, and yes, we're allowed to have different opinions, we're allowed to have the same opinion. I'm remaining neutral on a very important topic. But it is because when we drive a wedge through people, we now ramp up fear and anxiety. So now you're even more disconnected. Disconnected from the experience of being a human. Disconnected from being in the world you're in. There is a cloistering, there is a segregation, there is a shove you in the corner and stay there and don't come out until you've learned your lesson. How do you love that? How does that make you feel? Is it letting you know because anxiety is ramping up that something's not right? Is it letting you know because worries and anxiety are starting to limit your ability to move through life and you've had to downsize commitments because you just don't have enough juice to make it through the things you used to be able to? Guess what? That's your body going, oh, friend, there's something up. I need your help. So here's what I propose. Are you struggling with fear, anxiety, a feeling disconnect? Are you quick to judge yourself, to judge others, to jump in these inflammatory conversations? Are you, I'm going to be 100% honest, are you part of the cancel culture? Either on the left side or the right side, and you can decide which side is what. I don't care. You're going to define it for yourself. It's not up to me to define it for you. Are you actively participating in that? Are you enjoying it? I just want you to be honest with yourself. Is there a disconnect going on? Does your body know where you are? Maybe that's a place to start. Maybe in this weird anxiety-driven time, we are further getting disconnected from things. Do you know where the medicine lies in helping solve some of these issues? The medicine lies in reconnecting. Yeah, it's 2020. I know we're not supposed to gather in big groups. That's not what I'm necessarily saying. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying, how can we see ourselves as humanity and as humans and as an animal species connected to everything else on the earth? How can we stop separating nature and humans? Some of the medicine in helping assuage some of this fear and anxiety, and this is being wrapped up because our body deep down knows, it has the smarts deep down to say, something's up and this is not right. What if, instead, we work at connecting with nature? Do you know that when you step outside, yeah, you get vitamin N for nature, or vitamin G for green, or vitamin F for forest. Max, zip it! God, he's annoying. Sorry. I just yelled at him like he's been yelling at the mailman. Yeah, that's going to help Luca. Anyway, when we step outside and we connect with nature, we become a part of nature. We are no longer separated from it. What if some of that anxiety and mood and worries are coming from a separation? Where can you work on connection? We're not supposed to gather in groups of 200 right now. I get why. Yeah, I don't want anyone to get sick. Okay, so let's not gather in groups of 200. Why don't you gather with people you love and play cards and connect that way? People who are in your home. What if you gather over dinner and you make dinner a family affair again? Or you hop on Zoom and make a date call with your sister who lives in Nova Scotia. Oh, I think I'm going to do that as she's watching right now. Yeah, you need connection. And this is one of the big serious pieces lacking, is that we're seeing ourselves as separate from nature. One of the medicines of 2020 and one of the gifts and one of the invitations is to work on connection. Like it's a request, actually. And if you can take a second to step out of the fear-mongering, this kind of cancel culture, can you take a step out of there, take a step out and go, hang on. Oh, I can connect to the chickadees that are chirping in the tree right there just by going outside. Oh, Connection point number 1. Guess what? You're not separate from nature. You are part of nature. There are some wonderful First Nations traditional stories that talk about how when Creator put the world together, Creator had in mind that there is the rock world, the plant world, the creepy crawlies and flying animals and other animals world, and then there's the human world. And humans are the youngest of the group of 4. Each group has the responsibility of holding each other up in good balance. We as humans have the role and responsibility to work at connecting with the other 3 realms and holding each other up. There's not one realm that's more important than the other. I will tell you though, in First Nations stories, this story is built on the fact that humans were the last created, and therefore we are the youngest and know the least. Guess where you can start to reduce some of that anxiety? It's connecting with the outside world, connecting with nature, seeing ourselves as part of nature. There is no war on nature. There is no war on viruses right now. It's a part of us already. We're not separate from it. And if you think you can stay separate from it, that's a super difficult thing. How's your fear and anxiety ramping up? Max is telling us that he's having a hard time with it. Can you hear him? Hey, buddy. Max, we're fine. The kids are just playing in the playground. It's recess down at the school down the block. And Max is quite perturbed by it. He wants to go connect with them. God, that guy's annoying. I'm sorry to my neighbors. I have to deal with my barking dog. So, all of this to say, how are your connections and where can you work on some of those connections? Does your body know where it is in time and space? That can be another indicator. We talked about it last night in that sleep class, and we talked about connecting with ourselves and connecting with the sun and the outside world, and the role that being in nature can do to help resolve sleep issues. Based on, sometimes your body doesn't know where it is in time and place. So connecting with the local scene, connecting with the sun and the nature and the food that's produced in and around you is one of those medicines. Your body now knows where it is in time and space, and that starts to reduce some of the anxiety and some of the worries. These are things I'm going to be talking about in 2 upcoming classes. So if you're like, oh, this resonates with me, I would like to work on this. Oh my God, I don't know where to start. I'll tell you where you start. You go outside with a cup of tea first thing. Second thing, you take a peek to see what are those 2 classes coming up, because they're going to start the conversation for you so you don't have to figure it out on your own. The first one is a 6-week group program we're doing on Tuesday nights. You can join us live or watch the class afterwards. We're doing a 6-week exploration on how to connect with Mother Nature and the regular rhythms of the season. It gives you a focus. It gives you an invitation to go outside and connect with nature. Our homework is actually based around it. So it's a 6-week course. It starts next Tuesday. Sign up for it through the link in my profile. Second, there is a 1-afternoon class. It's going to be a class I'm doing with my friend Claire. She's a wonderful ally in helping to make sense of this world and moving through it with a little bit more wonder and magic at the world. Claire is magic. She is at Juniper Healing Arts, and she and I are collaborating for a course or an afternoon conversation we're calling A Winter We Have Never Known Before. And it's ways to find connection, nourishment, to help us move through this season of uncertainty. We're talking about Christmas, we're talking about Hanukkah, we're talking about the darkest days of the year, but we're also talking about the current world events. We're talking about how to be human. So that's a standalone class on Sunday afternoon, the 29th. There will be a recording made available afterwards if you cannot join us live. And here's the deal. For those who are signing up for the 6-week class, I'm going to waive my part of the class and give you a discounted price on the afternoon conversation with Claire, because it's going to take our work that much further. So if you're trying to waffle between the two and not sure, if you sign up for the 6-week class, I will be sending out a coupon for you to save on the afternoon conversation on November 29th with Claire. Both options will meet you where you're at. Can you handle 6 Tuesdays, 3 in 2020, 3 in the new year? Then come and join us. Are you like, my commitment needs to be a little bit lower, Luca, I can only do 1 day. Okay, Sunday, November 29th, 1 p.m. Alberta time. That's where you start. Link in my profile to sign up for both classes. And see the deep geese? It's like V's everywhere for victory. We're doing fine, guys. Look up to the skies. Just look up. Oh, God. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to save this to my YouTube page. So if anybody would like to share this with somebody they know might get benefit from it, I invite you to do so. And I will post about it when it is available. So you can do so. But on Instagram, you can go ahead and share it as well with anybody in direct message. In the meantime, make a cup of something good. It's hot chocolate clock at my house. And go outside. Did I tell you you're lovely? Bye. Do, do, do.